All right, guys, we're back with the Buffalo Bridal Podcast, episode number 4. Molly, Heather, how you guys doing today? Good. We got a special guest today. We have Mary Jo from Hartman's Distilling here to talk about everything that they have to offer couples, as well as, anytime you want to stop out for a cocktail.
Yeah.
Mary Jo, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Welcome.
Good. All right. Well, I'm going to assume that most people know where Hartman's is.
I hope so.
Yeah, right.
It's like a
I mean, if you
staple
don't,
here in
there's something wrong with you.
God.
Tell them where it is.
Yeah, so we're at 55 Chicago Street, Buffalo, New York. We're on the outskirts of the old First Ward, right near the river as well, right next to Resurgence Brewery. It's kind of what people think about first, but yeah, we're right next door. Share a beer garden, actually.
And an awesome beer garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. They have water out for the dogs. You can bring your dogs.
Hey, we're dog friendly.
Yeah, that's important.
I love it.
That's one of our favorite things. Now that we know a little bit about where Hartman's is, tell us a little more about the spirits. Like, what do you guys offer?
Yeah. So we do all of our distilling right here in-house. This is the heart of Hartman's, and it is actually named after the Hartman's family. So we, take pride on being a very family-oriented distillery, and we have a beautiful, clean space. That's our tasting room up front. We have our barrel room in the back. So the back room's the bourbon bar. So we make our own bourbon.
It is so cool here.
Yeah, that's where we're hanging
It's
out
awesome.
right now.
Yeah, it is this very awesome speakeasy
Yes.
vibe. I did not know this was here, and I just want to hang out here all the time.
Yeah, so on top of the bourbon, we have a whiskey that we do. We also have our Hartman's vodka. We also have our Loganberry vodka.
Very
That's
popular.
my favorite.
We all have a
I'm not gonna lie.
Every
It's a
tailgate
fave.
we do, that's the first thing that disappears. So
Yeah, we also have our dry gin, and then we also have a collaboration with Overwinter Coffee, and we have the the coffee liquor liqueur. That one is I'm seeing that everywhere. I was over at Bailey who the other day was like, oh, there we go, I'll take that. And then on top of all the liquor, we actually have our seltzers. So we've got a variety pack of that, and then hopefully more to come this year. We'll share the news later on. But
Hot take.
yeah, I know, I'm excited.
Love it.
and pretty much every liquor store in Buffalo carries Hartman's, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think I see them everywhere.
Oh yeah, we're packing it in there. It's great,
Awesome.
and we do a lot of tastings too. So we try to keep everybody up to date on our social medias of where we're offering tastings, so that way people can go find our products if they're not familiar with our downtown location.
Very cool. Very
Awesome.
cool. So, all right, let's get into the wedding side of things.
Yeah.
You have a couple of different spaces here.
Yes.
Tell us about those spaces.
Okay, so starting in the back with our barrel room, which is what we consider our speakeasy. We can do a lot of intimate gatherings here. We will say capacity is about 50 or 6, but we do have the ability to spill over into our distillery area. But it gives you a private bar. It gives you this very loungy vibe. It's very cool. It's very sexy.
Yeah.
Our bartenders back there will light things on fire for you.
Oh,
They will
awesome.
smoke things. It's a whole experience. So back here we do a lot of engagement parties, smaller rehearsal dinners. We also have some showers for, folks who are looking for that's 15 to 20 people. And then we also kind of do some diaper parties and some stags, some bachelor parties.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a lot of flexibility in the back. And then as you kind of meander out to the front, we do have that whole distilling space. So if you're looking for something a little bit more casual where you don't really want to, pull the bank too much, we have the ability to keep the cost way lower there. And then you have access to the tasting room bar. And you can have just everybody on a cash tab, but we can still give you that semi-private space in the distilling area. And then when you work your way up to the front of Hartman's, the tasting room, we rent that out. So we actually have a couple weddings this year coming up that they've rented the entire facility. And then on top of that, the month of August, we actually close off the street and we have a huge tent that comes up. So we have outdoor areas during the summer.
Cool.
We have little sidewalk patios that are, our garage doors go up, and you have all access to that starting in May. So there's a lot of space to play with that I don't think people really recognize. So showers, I will say, Saturdays and Sundays. Our brunch is amazing though, so it gets tricky when you have to close to the public.
Yeah.
Do you still have P Nasty here for brunch
Yes.
or no?
Well, not for brunch.
Okay.
Maybe we should bring them back. But
So I was here for the 80s.
Me neither.
DJ P Nasty.
DJ be nasty.
Nope.
We were here for his 80s, 90s hip hop brunch, and
Yeah.
it was I think, was it COVID or the year after? So much fun. just reliving my
say
youth.
this happening.
I know. I was gonna say like.
Up my ass.
We'll call him. Yeah, he's actually throwing a birthday bash here March 1st.
Very
so
nice.
fun.
Yeah, because Saturday nights we have rotating DJs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we're actually a late night spot too.
Yes.
We really have it all going.
Honestly, like if I'm having a wedding and the wedding's done,
We are a great place for an after
what,
party.
10, 11, whatever it is, and
Yeah.
you want to keep going,
Yeah.
especially if you have people in from out of town. Like, this is such a Buffalo spot. You know, you're right on the waterfront. It's this gorgeous space. You're a distillery. I mean, like, what better place to bring your wedding party after the reception to just keep the party going?
Yeah, and that's exactly where like our distilling space comes into play.
Yeah.
We'll set up some lounge furniture, some tables, some chairs, so that way you kind of still have that private section, but you can hop right on the dance floor and keep it.
All right, and speaking of late night, you're open till 2 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Not the 4 a.m. craziness,
No,
just
no.
the 2 a.m. craziness.
Just 2 a.m., yeah.
That's like enough crazy to have
It
a
is.
time
Yeah.
where you'll
Yeah.
not be so upset with yourself the next day.
Yeah.
A lot of weddings end at like 10 or 11, so it's
Yeah.
like being able to just
It's
come
so-
over
it
for.
works out so
Yep,
well. And we're
exactly.
so close to so many hotels.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
I feel like
too,
a lot
yeah.
of the guests stay downtown. Like, I don't think they realize, like, hey, we might be able to find something closer to our venue.
Yeah.
That they just look for downtown Buffalo and call it a day,
Right.
and you're right here,
Love it.
like a $10 Uber.
Yeah, I know.
So, let's talk about you.
Yeah.
We know a little bit about Hartman's,
Yeah.
but like, let's talk about you. How did you get involved with Hartman's? Like, what was your career beforehand? Were you
Yeah.
in, events before?
Yeah, so I started in the wedding industry 15 years ago. So I've been all over Western New York. I was in Florida for a little bit too, and when I moved back, I ended up working for a local barbecue catering company. And they are actually, the ones that really expanded my horizon. And I traveled all throughout East Aurora, South Wales, Batavia. I was slinging barbecue in the fields, and it was nice because I was actually like I was able to become a part of their day-to-day for weddings. Like, it was more of a intimate connection, even though you just think it's just like, I'm just the caterer. And then people would realize, oh, I really do need a coordinator. And I'm like, but I'm not the coordinator, I'm the caterer.
I know, everyone
There
gets
is
that
a difference.
confused.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
draw that line right
Yeah,
now.
right now.
before we-
Yeah, and then it's like the same thing when you arrive to the venue. Nope, there's a venue, coordinator. I'm not it. But I just like fell in love with it, and I think I just have this very bubbly personality, and I try to be very welcoming. So all of like the venues that I've worked at, they've just like kind of adopted me, and they're like, you can work for us anytime. And I'm like, okay, but no. So then, after I kind of got out of the food and beverage role, I moved over to a event sales position at another location downtown, and I loved it. And I was working with the couples, and it was less on the food and beverage end and more on the logistics. So what we call as a detail planner in the corporate world of weddings, I did a lot of that too, because that's kind of how the sales and the detailer come together. But anyways, fell in love with it, bopped around to a couple other places, and then I spent my summer at a country club, and I said, you know what, I kind of want to take reign on my life back.
Sure.
Because, as everybody knows, this industry is wild.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
So I actually ran into an old colleague, and he had mentioned that Hartman's was looking for somebody, and I said, well, the marketing end's a little green for me, but I have the event experience, and I will take you guys to wherever you want to go. And I sat down with Justin, who's the owner of Hartman's here, and he said, this is what I want to do. I need somebody who's going to go get it, and I think I got it. So
Very good.
so we're really excited. We have a lot up our sleeves, and I think that Hartman's is, it's just, and we've been here for 5 years, and I think we're just going to keep growing and getting better, and I'm so excited to share it with everybody.
Amazing.
I love this for weddings. I mean, we've talked on previous episodes about like couples being very intentional now. It's not the cookie cutter wedding that they've always had, and that extends to the whole process, whether it's showers or bachelorette parties or whatever it is. And I just love, this is such a unique vibe. It's such a Buffalo vibe. And if a couple is like into spirits and cocktails and they're into having a good time, like this is such a wonderful option. Yeah.
We actually have had a lot of photographers in the wedding business also reach out. So we'll rent out the space for couples to do photo shoots in. Oh my, it's a vision. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially, I mean, like all it takes is a little lighting and some beautiful gold and bottles behind you, and it's
I mean, there are very few places that you really don't need to do much in. I mean, the room that we're in right now is just, you just have to show up.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry
we'll
about
have a video
the decor.
posted later.
Okay,
You can
this
see
place is so fun.
everything.
Yeah.
I wish this would have been here when my wife and I got married. So like, we got married at Pearl Street in the Web. And they had a really nice bar in the front. Yeah. But it's not this. Like,
This is something different.
I feel like you could be so much more comfortable taking pictures in here because there's nobody watching you. There's nobody like paying attention. For sure. And it's kind of private and more fun that way.
It's a really cool, definitely a very cool vibe. Yeah. Very, very cool vibe. So you've been obviously on the wedding scene for a long time. Yeah. What is like the craziest wedding trend or like craziest thing to happen in a wedding?
I think we all have that story, right, Molly?
I got a few actually.
Yeah. 13-ish. Like I've heard some that are like, ooh, I don't think that needs to be repeated.
So my very first wedding I ever did as a manager for the barbecue establishment that I worked for. Yeah. I remember being off-site. We were at the Botanical Gardens. Okay, so you have to think like they signed the couple signed contracts saying like we know there's critters and things that live in a greenhouse and that's just
sure.
However, that didn't get to the caterer.
Oh.
So I had some friends visit at this event and I just remember being like, what am I and they had a coordinator there. She was so nice and she was so helpful. We're still great friends to this day. She's like, it's just in the contract, like this happens. And I was like, okay. So then meanwhile, while this is all going on, one of my servers actually spills a sterno, starts the table on fire.
Oh goodness.
Ever so slightly. Meanwhile,
ever so slightly starts it on fire. Not like a
huge one, but it was like, and then meanwhile, the bride comes up to me and she goes, oh, we had 15 extra people show up and I don't have seating. And I was like,
and this was number one.
This was my first wedding that I had ever done. And I was like, I'm never coming back here. I'm never coming back here. And now it's my favorite venue. And to the point that I literally live across the street now because I love it so much.
I love it.
But like,
I
was
oh my gosh.
That's wild.
It only goes uphill from here, right? No, I mean, it doesn't, but
sure.
Like, it's crazy. Yeah. It's like, I wish I could make this stuff up.
But I don't understand how 15 more people just show up.
Honestly, I had a wedding this year, and it was at a very expensive place, and I had 7 people. We had to put 7 extra spots, and it's like you don't account for that.
But it's not just the space; it's the place setting, and it's the food,
they had to put
and the
food,
drinks,
everything,
and everything. Just
you said you weren't coming, and then you show up. It makes things a little tough on everyone else.
Wedding Crashers was a movie,
right.
Not real life.
Yeah.
And if you're like a wedding guest that like thinks they can RSVP 2 days before, no, it's not a thing.
There's a deadline on the invitation for a reason.
I actually saw a meme recently because like we follow all the wedding stuff, right? That said something like, if you RSVP late, we're gonna respond with bring your own chair and bring a sandwich.
Yeah. We're not supplying food.
It's too late now. You had your chance.
Exactly.
Absolutely. There's a deadline on that invitation for a reason.
I don't think I will say I don't think people realize like how many people that truly affects though, from the planner to the food to the bartenders to the venue,
and it makes everybody look bad.
Yeah,
it does. I know. I always feel like it makes me look bad.
Yeah,
but it does make everyone, and it's like this is out of our hands.
Okay, so couples out there, like, make sure you That's the moral of that story. If you want to keep your vendors happy, just like make sure the number of people who say they're going to be there are the people who are going to be there. Awesome. Anything? What's your like favorite wedding trend going on right now? Like, whether decor or food
back to your point on like breaking the tradition.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
This is your day.
Yep.
First off, let me tell you, Hartman's is a very unique venue. So when it comes down to like thinking about food and beverage packages, we really try to tailor to not only your budget, but your vision. And I'm not trying to like, I love your mom and I love your dad and I love your aunts and I love your uncles, but this is for the two of you. Mm-hmm. Bring it into what you guys really feel to your core and just play with it.
Yeah.
I actually have a wedding coming up this year. They're eloping at the courthouse and then they're just coming here for a big old banger.
Yeah.
Like, we're having a DJ. We're going to have some snacks. We're going to have amazing cocktails. Like, keep it casual, you know, if that's your vibe.
Yeah. And just like a nice celebration. It's still a party.
We don't have to go crazy. We really don't. And I feel so bad for those couples that feel that pressure from their parents. I'm like, oh, I mean, I get it. If someone's flipping the bill for you, you'd want that. But at the end of the day, like, what are you going to take away from this, and what are you going to remember the most?
We just talked about this on a previous episode, and we're totally on board with that. Like, do the thing that you want to do. Like, think about it before you even tell anybody that you're planning your wedding.
Yeah.
And just, like, stay true to that, because it is your day.
I actually have a girl who's planning her shower here, which our showers in the front tasting room, like you said, effortless, because you really don't have to bring any decor in.
Yeah,
like,
that's
this
nice.
room
So
just
pretty.
speaks for itself. But she's actually getting married in Colorado, and she's like, it's amazing because nobody can voice their opinion. She's like, but I've walked by Hartman so many times, and I've always been like, this place is so beautiful, and she's bringing the bouquet bar in, and like,
awesome.
Oh my god, so I'm so excited. But I was like, hey, all right, destination wedding, and nobody knows where it is. They can't give any, feedback, so I guess that it could be a potential way to do it.
Right, I love that.
And I even have people that are traveling to Buffalo, to Hartman's, as their destination for their wedding.
Oh, that's
exciting.
exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, she is from Buffalo, born and raised, and they were like, we're coming home, we're gonna do it at home, and we don't want anything traditional, we just want to have a party. And I was like, I've got you.
That's awesome.
That's the kind of vibe you want, right?
Exactly.
Just like have a good time.
Find a pretty dress and let's dance.
Let's have a celebration, right? So aside from the weddings, like, what other big events are coming up?
Oh man.
No.
Okay, so obviously we're in the Old First Ward, so we will be 12 o'clock. DJ's here, ready to go for, what is that, Saturday, March 15th?
Is that St. Patrick's Day?
That's going to be
Day.
the Old First Ward Parade.
Awesome.
So we will be open, we'll have specials.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Have you partied in the First Ward before?
Oh, have I partied in
Patrick's
the First
Day.
Ward?
Do you live in Buffalo?
I
If you
was
haven't
there
partied-
from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay, I had
It's
my
like no
first
other.
experience a few years ago, and even though I'm from here, I didn't live here for most of my life. And so I never really had that experience, And I will say, it is a wild time.
Yeah.
It's a wild time. If you would
it's-
like to have a good time,
And it
this is
grows
where you
every
come.
year.
It
It's
does.
actually,
Yeah,
I
it does.
think the Old First Ward Parade is going to soon just like completely
I like the old
overpower
part.
downtown.
I like that one way better than the Sunday one.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and it gets so busy. The parade is crazy. I was at it last year, and it was wild.
And then after March, then we're in May. We have our Kentucky Derby party.
Fun.
We throw a big event for that. Actually, last year they did a huge mint julep to break the world record. So we'll actually have that cup out. We're actually gonna have a pony there this year. So if you want
Oh,
to
wow.
A pony?
if you want to do some pony and pets,
I love a good pony.
Oh yeah.
A mint julep.
I think
and a pony
he's
sounds
coming
great.
from Spruce Meadow Farms. They are so nice over there. I was like, can I borrow your pony? One of your finest ponies. So yeah, we've got a pony coming. And then obviously it's a great excuse for people to dress up.
Yeah.
So
the hats.
that party will start around 2 o'clock. So we'll do something for every race. And then obviously closer to, I think the start time's like 6:52 or something for
some
the
weird
last one. Yeah.
random time.
But we'll be partying all night long here with specials and ponies and
Awesome.
come hang out. And then closer to the end of August, we'll do our annual, I think it's our 3rd or 4th. It's bourbon, blues, and barbecue.
That is, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah, I'm
I wanna be
excited.
there.
So this will be my first year that I'm here for it, but I've already talked to the bands and they sound incredible. So I'm super excited about that. We'll obviously be drinking a lot of bourbon, so if that's your thing, I know a
It's my
place.
Twist my arm.
Yeah,
really.
and then we'll have a barbecue. I don't think we finalized exactly who's coming in for that. Southern Junction did it last year, but now they're all over there. So we appreciate them a lot though. So yeah, we'll have somebody come in and do barbecue. I'm so excited to see this for the first time.
Yeah.
Do they do it like outside? Like
Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah.
mix. It'll be a mix. I do think we'll also throw in something in July because I know Taste of Buffalo is around.
Yep.
But I think we want to start one more just like a Hartman's special.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we're kind of crinkling around some ideas. So we'll have something. We try to do like at least one big public event every other month or say. Like we have a really big Halloween party. Not sure if you guys know that. And we have a really big New Year's Eve party where we do like VIP back here and then in the distillery and then we have a DJ.
That's fun.
So yeah, this place is just like going.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing is too, we have cocktail classes that happen twice a month as events.
Really?
And
That's
those
you
are
really
open
got to
to-
check those out.
Yeah,
You
those
really
That
gotta.
sounds
those are open
fun.
to the public. You can get your tickets through Eventbrite. Our bar manager Lauren, she's like picture Mrs. Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. She's so talented and crafty. Oh my gosh. And she'll just, it's unreal. But yeah, you got to check those cocktail classes out.
Okay, so
Cool.
basically, if you are sitting home and you're saying, I am looking for a fun date night idea, just come here.
Yeah, just come here.
Because you always have something going on.
Yeah.
Or we've started a new cocktail series on our Instagram. Every single Monday, I try to post a cocktail that uses the Hartman's brand. So if you don't want to come out, come get our products and make it at home.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
do an
great.
experience at home.
Right?
That's a
I
good
still
idea.
think they should just do the class here. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
You get to
I mean, I'll
taste
take it either way.
There's good food. They always put out a little bit of food for
Yeah,
you to
little
make
snack.
sure, so.
And you can hit the tasting room or before or after,
Yeah.
too.
I like
Keep it
that.
going.
Then just
All
hang
right.
out.
Got
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sign me up. I'm sold.
Okay.
I'm sold. So if people want to learn more about you and about the space, and how to rent the space out or get more information, how would they do that?
I would definitely hop online to Hartman's Distilling. We have a beautiful event page that has all of our happening nows, all of our up and coming. If you're not on our email list, I would highly recommend putting that email in on that website so you can be, we try to do like a monthly update. Otherwise, we also try to keep things in the tasting room open. So we'll have like little QR codes around so you can see what's happening, or table tents. So if you're just in the area, you grab a drink and you can be like, hey, what's going on? Like the bartenders are usually up to date on what's happening, and they'll promote it for us. We actually have a world bartender competition on Friday, so I'm excited to see how that turnout is. Yeah, I know. Like we're just we're just doing it all. Yeah,
Love it.
I love that.
So we'll see. Yeah.
A lot going
So
on.
if somebody, I kind of was going around the site a little bit. Is any of the event stuff for couples or anybody that wants to plan an event here, the menus, are they on there, or do they need to reach out to you for more information?
We like to, sniff in your availability.
Okay.
Check out
All right, fair enough.
what's happening. Because every once in a while we do get like things that are like way off our circuit, and I'm just like, whoa, And you get those people that are just, they want to explore other people's options.
I get it.
Research
Right.
the market.
Recon.
We're not trying to keep it a secret by any means, but yeah, you can reach out to us. We like to also personalize it. Like
100%.
we're not cookie cutter. So I'd rather have a conversation with you and see what you're really looking for as the client. But yeah, we have an inquiry page right there. It comes directly to myself and our owner, Justin, and we kind of go through and evaluate. I will say we are, if you're looking for a place to have a shower, we are bumping. So the springtime into summer, like get those inquiries in because we are filling up fast.
Do you offer food tastings?
No, we don't.
Okay.
But here's the thing. We are open to the public as a tasting room. So if you want to come in and just get a bite, it's not far-fetched from what you're getting the day of.
Perfect. Okay.
You know?
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to add?
I think I covered all my bases.
Drink your spirits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Slow
Yeah.
down. I was literally just staring at your shirt.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shoot, my shirt. Yeah, and obviously we have like a little library lounge, and this is like, and that's what the whole thing is. It's like we are so busy in the day-to-day. Just like take a minute for yourself, for your friends and your family. Those are where the memories are created, and come have a cocktail and
Yes.
Isn't that what a wedding's supposed to be about?
Exactly.
Just like taking a minute
Slow
to
down
celebrate.
and celebrate.
So what a great place
Exactly.
to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you
Awesome.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.
you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers.